Hello. I'm here to do a video about Bubble Bistro. And I'm just showing you the differences between the oils, the butters and the frostings. But first, I know when I first did my first Bubble Bistro video telling you about the ambassador, I'm their new ambassador. A lot of you asked about the shirt. It is on the site, but a lot of you wanted to see it up close, and I had it on, so I couldn't really show you, but it says prepared fresh, big hand, bubbles, very nicely made, handmade on the back with a little saying, Bubble Bistro, by something, by local, Memphis, because that's where their flagship store is in Memphis. She actually has soon to be 4 stores. She has her storefront in Memphis. She actually, which a lot of people don't know, she has a store in the Virgin Islands because she used to live there. And she has a store in Baton Rouge, and then she's opening up one in Cleveland, Mississippi. So she's, doing quite well. But anywho, some of the ladies were saying that their butters were really hard. And, I didn't really understand that because my butters are not hard. I mean, they were saying like they was really hard, like they couldn't even put their finger in it or something. They had to melt it down first or let it sit out first. I mean, it is pretty warm here. I live in the desert, but I keep it in my linen closet. That's where I keep all my stuff at. And as you can see, I kind of played just with my fingers. I didn't use any utensils or anything like that. But as you can see, I mean, you do have to put a tad bit of pressure, but it ain't like, you about to break your finger off, and it gets creamy. So one of the ladies used a spoon. She said to make it creamy like this, but as you can see, I just use my fingers. I mean, there's no need for me to do that because, my fingers can do it. I don't want it to fall out, but yeah, see that? No effort at all. I'm not breaking the finger. I don't have any nails, so, but even if I did, no problem at all. The butters are, to me, thicker because it has mango butter in it. I don't know if, mango butter makes it heavier. It is heavier, I would say. It's shea butter and mango butter with olive oil, castor oil, and apricot oil. Whereas the frostings have raw fair trade shea butter, jojoba oil, avocado oil in it. So there are a couple of extra in the butter. But again, another butter. As you can see, this is all done with my finger because I was trying to understand what they was talking about. They was just like, it's so hard. I almost broke my nail. I can't get it out. It's hard. But, I mean, if it's cold in your house, then, of course, that's going to determine your products. Just like when coconut oil, when the temperature changes and, when it's hot outside, my coconut oil in my house, even though I have the air on, it's still melted. But when it turns cold, when it starts getting cooler outside like it is now, it turns solid. So, it goes the temperature, where you live at. But as you can see, I'm having no trouble, with my butter. So, I don't know. It all depends on the frosting. To me, is not as heavy. To me, it's like a creamy. It's almost like a it goes on to me like an oil. Especially this one. This is my cotton candy frosting. Now it may look, but as you can see, it's really soft as well. I mean, this smooths on just like if I was putting on the oil. It's not as creamy as this one, but it feels the same. It's soft. And these two are frosting, so you can see this one is real creamy and soft, whereas this one seems like it's a little bit more firm, but it's really not. It's really soft. It's just not as creamy or whipped or whatever. As you can see, it's really soft. And so that's the difference to me. That's why I like the frostings. I don't like anything that's too heavy. I like oils, but see that? This one seems like it's a little bit more solid, and some of the ladies too was saying that with their frostings, it kind of looked like this or this one. And so they thought it was a butter, but I done chunked up the butters now, so you can't really tell, but let's see. You can clearly, I mean, before I did all of this to it with my fingers, you can clearly see that this one is more solid, if you can see around the rim, than this one, than these. And I pretty much messed up, but they're more solid. And as I said, they have mango butter in this one. Mango butter. I think the only ingredient that they have alike is shea butter. And that's it. Yeah, they just have shea butter. They both have shea butter, but the ingredients are different in them. And so to me, the frosting is lighter, but very good. So I prefer the frosting over the butter because I don't need something as heavy. For some of y'all that need a heavier body, butter or lotion or whatever you want to, you know, the butter might be for you, you know, but it soaks in very well. They all do soak into the skin very well. They all mix very well. Some people also ask me, you know, mixing all of the scents that I do. And hold on for a minute. So anywho, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, a lot of people was asking me, why do I use so many? And I just like to mix the fragrances. And I also feel that with more oils, because this is really not a very heavy oil. I do have hard water here, very hard. I do have to the point where we have to have a water softening system where you add the salt and all of that stuff. So my water is very harsh here. And the more I add or the heavier the product, even though I don't like, see, that's the thing. It's like a catch-22 with me because I don't like products that are heavy on my skin. I need for it to go on and soak in really quick, but work. And that's the thing that I like about her frostings. Her butters too soak in, but it takes a little bit more time to soak in. You know, it's a little bit heavier, but that's the thing that I like about put the caps on these, that I like about her stuff is that it soaks in really quick, and I stay not ashy. You know, I'm not ashy, you know, and the scents last a long time. But what you do is, you know, you got your oil and you just use a little. You don't pour out half of the jar, you know what I mean? Depending on the body, you know, what you're trying to cover, you just use a little. So you take, you know, a couple of drops. I just did 3 drops. And then you take a little bit of your frosting, however much, you know, if you want to cover a leg and a foot, you know, and I don't know, let's say grape. So there. And then you mix it all up together in your hand and, you know, cover your leg, your whole leg and foot. This will probably do a whole leg and foot. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm mixing them up, as you can see, it's not a lot. So it's not like It's not like I'm slathering myself down in oils and butters. You just only need a little. That's it. You just only need a little bit. So that's what I do. And, you know, it's heavier, but it's not so heavy to where it's irritating to me. You know, as I said, it goes on like oil to me. I mean, it soaks in very quickly. And I'm not feeling hot and, you know, feeling like I got all of this product sitting on my skin. And, you know, it's fighting that ashiness all day. And you smelling good. So that's what I wanted to say about that. You know, just covering all of those topics, you know, and questions that people may have about the frostings and the butters and why I mix so many at once. You know, her stuff is made, that's how she formulated her products to mix and match. Now, not everything you're going to like the way it smells together. And not all scents are meant to mix and match unless you want them to and you like the way it smells. You just kind of got to play around with it yourself. And that's what I've been doing. I've also been, you know, getting some help from the owner, Andrea, as well, on what scents match with, you know, what she thinks smells good with each other, as well as experimenting myself. And I have me a... I haven't finished it yet, and I'm thinking about sharing it. I'm not sure, but I do share some mixes in the groups that I put together that I think smell really good. But again, it's all about your own experimenting. So I've been doing my list of the scents that I have, the fragrances that I already have that kind of go hand in hand with each other. Now, that does not say that all of them I like the way they smell together, because I don't. But I know what pairs well and kind of just do my own testing. So yeah, I'm in here pouring some in my hand, you know, rubbing it in, rubbing it on. I'll be having it going all over. I do another one and put it on my leg, you know. Sometimes I'm standing in here for like an hour trying to figure out what I want to smell what I want to smell like, and what pairs together nicely that I like. So I'll be in here doing all types of stuff. And I got my little list right here. That's one page. This is another page. These are another 2 pages. And then I had another page, but I lost it. I don't know how I did that. And then I also have another page that I write when I do find matches that I really like. I write them down. So all of these are scents that fragrances, you know, frostings, oils, or all oils that I've put together that I really like the smell. And so I don't have to remember and go back and see if I posted it somewhere, you know, which ones I kind of paired together. I could just go to my notes and say, oh, I like that smell. You know, I want to put that together. And I just go and take my stuff out, you know, and put it together what I wrote. So that's what I do with my free time. So anywho, if there's anything else that you want me to discuss about Bubble Bistro, I will. Just leave your comment in the comment box with your question or whatever, and I will get back to you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave your comments in the box below. And don't forget to share the video on Google+. Peace.